Okay folks, so today we're going to make some salmon fish cakes. So this is a really simple recipe. All you need is 150 grams of mashed potato, so any old mashed potato that you had from previous days is fine. 200 grams of salmon, so this salmon I just baked off in the oven for about 16-17 minutes at 180, and then I just let it cool down. 1/4 or about 50 to 70 grams of pepper finely diced, and a half a medium onion finely diced, and then we have about a tablespoon of capers. So capers you'll find in most supermarkets. They're just a small very tart, and they go really well with fish. Then we have some chopped herbs. So here we have some tarragon and some mint and some parsley all mixed together. Then you want about 100 grams of flour just for your panko when you're breading your salmon fish cakes. Some Panko breadcrumbs. Now Panko breadcrumbs are Japanese breadcrumbs. They're nice, light, airy and dry. You get them in most supermarkets in the Asian shop. Now if you don't have these, pretty much make your own breadcrumbs, or you can buy some from the local shop or market. And then we're just going to mix that, 2 eggs there, we're going to whisk it up, and that's just going to help coat our salmon fish cakes. Then just a little bit of lemon at the end. Okay, and then we're going to make some tzatziki. So the tzatziki is simply just some natural yogurt, some chopped herbs. This is just some parsley, some tarragon, and some diced cucumbers. And you're just going to mix them together, and that will be your dressing. And of course some salt and pepper for seasoning. So to get started, we're going to get the potato, salmon, the peppers and onions, the capers, the mixed herbs, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and we're just going to get them all into a bowl and then mix it all together. Okay, so now we just have everything in there. We're just going to give it a good mix with our hands. Just get your hands in there and just mush it all together, basically is what you want to do. Just break it up nicely, and then we're going to reform it then into 4 nice fish cakes. So that's your 4 salmon fish cakes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put them into the fridge for about an hour, and it's just going to help them set, because when we're doing the panko section, so when we're crumbing them, it's just going to help them keep together better. So next up we're going to do our tzatziki. So that's really simple. So let's just get these into the fridge first. So now we're just going to make our tzatziki. So all it is, I'm just going to use about 100 ml of yogurt, the chopped herbs, and the cucumber, and I'm going to put a little squeeze of lemon juice in there as well, just for an extra kick. So we just get it all into the one pot, and then I'm just going to squeeze the juice, about a 1/4 of a lemon in there. So now we have our tzatziki mixed together. We're just going to get that into the fridge for about 30 minutes, and just for the flavours to marry together. Okay, so our salmon fish cakes have been in the fridge for an hour now, and they're nice and firm. So all we're going to do is we're just going to get them through our 3 components here. So first of all, into the flour. Make sure you get it completely covered. This flour has been seasoned now with some salt and pepper. Into our egg mix. So the egg mix, this is 2 eggs, and I also added just a little drop of milk just to loosen up a little bit. Just makes it a bit more manageable. And then into the panko. So when you get it into the panko, make sure it's completely covered. So you have 1 hand wet, 1 hand dry. Again, just saves the mess. Okay, so that's completely covered. And then we just repeat the process with the next 3. Okay, so now our 4 salmon fish cakes are ready to go into the pan and then into the oven. So preheat your oven now at about 180 degrees. So I have a nice amount of oil in here, probably about 4 tablespoons, as you can see. So I just want enough, because the breadcrumbs are going to soak up some of this. So this is nice medium heat now at the moment. I don't want it too hot, because I don't want to burn the top of it. So I'm going to get all 4 in here all at once. I'm going to give them about 3 or 4 minutes either side, and then about another 6 minutes into the oven. So I've just given them 3 minutes on one side, and now I'm just going to flip them over and give them another 3 minutes on this side. So now my fish cakes have been seared on both sides, and we're just going to go into the oven for about 6 or 7 minutes. So now they've come out of the oven and they're just ready to serve. So now we're just going to leave them on a nice bed of red chard, kale, rocket and spinach. A couple of wedges of lemon, and now all we need is our tzatziki dressing. So we're just going to drizzle a little bit over the top. there you have it.